other thing that you have to learn is when you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny.
Oh my God. Woo! That hit me. That just hit me.
Did that hit you?
That hit me.
Wow.
This is what I loved about yesterday. My big breakthrough is that everything is based around your story.
Yes.
And that most people are stuck because of the story that they told themselves 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and you're still living out of that story instead of allowing your story to evolve.
You can't access the answers as long as you have a story that says it's impossible, or it'll never work, or I've tried everything, or I can't be that. And we all know the power of belief. It can change your biochemistry, just changing a belief system. But we don't really realize that oftentimes the story might even be true. It might be true that you were raped. It might be true that, you went through hell, but that's not why you're not having what you want today.
Yes.
That is horrific, but that's not what today is. That's the reason you're giving, because you're just deathly afraid of what it's going to take to do it today.
So the only thing keeping me from getting what I want is the story I keep telling myself about why it can't happen.
Exactly right.
Here we be in Maya Angelou's bedroom, the big brass bed. Yeah. Talking about life lessons, one of the most important lessons I ever learned from you is when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yes, absolutely. A person says to you, I'm selfish, or I'm mean, or I am unkind.
Or I'm crazy.
Or believe them. They know themselves much better than you do.
I remember a long time ago on an Oprah show, you said to a woman, this was a life lesson moment for me. You said to her, you don't have to worry about trusting other people if you can trust yourself. Yeah, I never forgot that.
Well, that's what trust is all about. The thing is, you have to invest, but here's the thing. You never invest more than you can afford to lose. If you're in a relationship with somebody, think about this.
Whoa, that's good. That's a tweet.
She's writing down.
Okay.
She's writing
Never
stuff down.
invest more than you can afford to lose.
Yeah.
What's true in the material world is the exact opposite of what's true in the spiritual world. So in the material world, there are only so many pieces of the pie. If I have a piece of the pie, you have less.
Right.
But in the spiritual world, the more I'm able to actualize, and that's what enlightenment is, it's self-actualization, actualizing the love that is in our hearts. The more I self-actualize, to look at your career as such an example, as you actualize the resonance, it's a field of possibility for others.
And that is true for every person.
Every person.
Not just people who have television platforms, but for everybody who has their own arena, whatever
every life is a platform.
Sometimes, love that.
When people say, I need a platform.
Yes.
You have a body, you have a mind.
Every life is a platform.
One of the major things that Oprah talked about is that she was sexually abused as a child, and she revealed that on her show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, in 1986. This show lasted for 25 years, and it frequently dealt with taboo subjects such as sexual and substance abuse. Her show also helped spur the rise of the Dr. Phil Show with Dr. Phil McGraw, Rachel Ray, and Dr. Oz. And one of the things that I respect about her is that she has a very outgoing personality, and she shows a great deal of empathy when dealing with her various interviewers. Like, I remember watching an episode where she dealt with several mothers that had killed their children. And what was startling about it is, one, how very sad they all were, how very remorseful that they were, and how as an interviewer she kept on asking the same questions, like, do you remember it? How do you remember it? And she didn't take no for an answer. And one of the interviewers said, I don't understand how you can't hate us. And she said, I don't hate you because I know that this is what you've done with your pain, and I've done something different with mine. And so I thought that was a very touching response from someone who's certainly a very influential person Same with the Oprah Winfrey's Leadership Academy for Girls. She established it in 2007, and it has approximately 380 girls. And she tries to specifically help girls that younger than high school that have an aptitude for trying to help people in their community. However, there is a flip side of the coin. When I actually read Kitty Kelly's biography of Oprah, and in one of the parts they described kind of an exploitative segment in which Oprah was very harsh on one of her book club members, that he said it was a memoir, but in reality it was a bit some portions of the book were fictionalized, and also there was the case where someone actually committed suicide after leaving their show, getting ridiculed on it. So that, and that there have been multiple accounts from many of her associates that she's a bit of a show-off and quite demanding of her different employees and of her guests. In conclusion, the Oprah Winfrey Show, Harper Studios, and the Oprah Winfrey Network have helped establish Oprah as a media mogul. Through her influence tactics of being very empathetic with her interviewers and asking the right kind of questions, she has had some very poignant interviews, and through her very outgoing personality, she has helped create an established base of reference power. Thank you very much for listening to me today, and I hope you have a great winter vacation.